Hello everybody and welcome to this 30-minute postural stability and balance class. My name is Fraser and I work with the National Exercise Referral Scheme with Aura, Leisure and Libraries. So for today's session, very simply you'll need a sturdy chair, some safe, sound footwear, and you may want to provide yourself with a drink also. If you want to provide yourself with some background music, that's totally up to you. So today's session will cover a warm-up, then we'll go through a little bit of aerobic work, some balance work, some lower limb strength, and then we'll finish off with some flexibility. Before we get started, it's so important for me to let you know that the fitness and exercise professionals at NERS and Aura, Leisure and Libraries know that everyone's health and fitness status differs. Therefore, we encourage you to consult with a GP and or a qualified professional before you follow any of the routines, tips or regimes. If you engage in this exercise, you agree that you do so at your own risk. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. So, a simple warm-up, nice and easy, standing tall, chest high, gentle march on the spot. You can hold the chair with both hands if you like. If you're feeling pretty confident today, you can let go with one, or you can also let go with both, your choice. So it's keeping it nice and soft through the feet. Just thinking about that posture all the time. And as we warm up, we just take it nice and steady. Not too brisk, keeping it nice and comfortable. Gentle swing of the arms, so we're working top and bottom together. Okay, lovely. Now if we pause there for a second, just holding onto the chair while you reset the feet. Just take the feet slightly wider, keeping the hands at the side this time. Slowly picking the shoulders up and relax. Try 3 more of those. Last one. Lovely. Staying in this position, this time lifting the shoulders and roll them around the back. Try 3 more. Okay, last one. Good. Now keeping the feet still hip width or slightly wider, hands by the sides, have a gentle lean to one side, easy up to the top, and opposite side as well. Remember, you can hold the chair throughout the exercises if you're feeling a little bit unsteady today. And back to marching on the spot. Good. So we're moving on now to a little bit of mobility through the waist. So for this one, if we take our feet hip width once again, hands out in front, and this time gently turning through the waist. Allow the eyes to follow the hands on this one, but keep the hips facing forwards. And once again, back to marching on the spot. Good. So now moving to the hips. This one is mobility, holding onto the chair, feet hip width once again. And we're looking to create big dish shapes or big oval shapes with the hips. And we'll try about 4 in each direction. Okay, so back the opposite way. Okay, and relax, back to marching on the spot. Remember, at any stage through the class, if you feel that you need to have a rest or take a break, simply have a seat. This time mobilising the ankles, so holding onto the chair, starting off with the right foot, tapping the floor with the toes, and then simply hitting the same spot with the heel. So it's toe to heel. Try this 4 more times. When you've done those, simply have a little march, and then changing legs. So same again, opposite side. So it's toe to heel, toe to heel. Okay, well done. And back to marching on the spot once again. Lovely. Okay, so that concludes the warm-up. We're now going to move straight into the aerobic part of the class. And this is where we just get the heart beating just a little bit more, breathing just a little bit deeper, but it should still remain comfortable throughout. So our first aerobic activity is alternating toe taps. This can be done holding onto the chair if you like, or standing tall, hands free. So that looks like this. Okay, join in when you're ready on this one. So you're looking for good knee lift, and then placing the foot gently to the floor. Still keeping in good posture throughout, breathing as freely as possible as you go. So we'll try another 10 seconds on this one. And have a little march on the spot. Good. So gently moving then from our first aerobic activity to our second. This one is wide-based sway, and that looks like this. So we take our feet hip width. You can hold onto the chair if you like, and this is level 1. Swaying from side to side, gently lifting the heels up as you sway to the opposite side. If you find this is quite comfortable, you can let go with one or both and gently bring the arms in so we've got a nice sideways sway. If this feels comfortable, you can take the arms slightly higher. And maintain good, comfortable movement throughout. Feel free to go back down to level 2 or level 1 if you like, or holding onto the chair. Or Always keep it comfortable. We'll try 10 more seconds on this one. Just take your time. And back to marching on the spot. Very good, well done. So our final aerobic activity before we move on to some balance exercises is what we call double side step, and that looks like this. So just starting off on one side of the chair. So I'm starting on the right side, holding on with my left hand. Then we simply lift one leg over, followed by the opposite leg, but then we take that same step again. And there's your double step. And then we repeat that, going back in the opposite direction, remembering to lift the feet as we go. Now you can do this a little bit quicker than me if you want. You can even do it slower than me, whatever is comfortable for you, keeping it safe throughout. So if you imagine you've got something on the floor which you may need to step over, so we're clearly lifting that foot above the object. Nice steady rhythm. We'll try one more. And then we'll come back to marching behind the chair. Well done. So hopefully that hasn't worked you too hard and you still have a little bit of energy left to try the balance exercises coming up right now. So our first balance exercise, and this one is quite a tricky one, and for this I am actually going to turn the chair round so you can see the exercise that I will be doing. So our first exercise in the balance is what we call toe walking, and for this one we stand tall, holding onto the chair with the closest hand. So in this instance I'm holding the chair with the right hand. We then first of all push up through the toes, and then we take small baby steps if we can on the tiptoes just to the edge of the chair or the opposite side of the chair, then heels down, both together, slowly step round, always stepping towards the side of the support, and then this time holding onto the chair with the opposite hand, same again, up onto the tiptoes, small baby steps on the toes. And when you get to the opposite side, heels down, and once again stepping round to the side of the support. So we'll repeat that a couple of times. So up we go, tiptoes, small controlled steps, always looking in the direction of travel. Pause, heels down, slowly stepping round towards the support, clearly lifting the feet as you turn, and once again. slowly turning towards the chair. Good. Okay, so we're going to move on from toe walking now to heel walking. So this is pretty much the same exercise in the way that it's done, apart from we walk on the heels and not on the toes. So for this one, we then pick the toes up, quite a tricky one this one, walking on the heels, small baby steps. When you get to the opposite side of the chair, toes down, and slowly stepping into the side of support. And just adjust yourself, pause, and then repeat that in the opposite direction. So toes up, small steps, and relax. Slowly stepping round. So we'll try that one more time in each direction. Toes up. Last time. And toes down. Slowly stepping round, looking for that support. Okay, good. I'm going to keep the chair in this position to show you the next two balance exercises. Obviously you want to be working with the chair in front of you or at the side, okay? So this next one is what we call flamingo stance. And this is balancing on individual legs, and you can time this yourself from anywhere from say 10 seconds up to 30, and as you progress up towards 60. So for this one, standing tall, chest high, looking forwards, looking to balance on the inside leg or the leg that's closest to the chair, slowly bringing the outside foot off the floor. And holding this position for up to 60 seconds. Now then, I'm holding on here with one or two fingers. If you want to, you can remain holding onto the chair with a few fingers or a hand, or as you progress, you can let go and try and hold this balance without holding onto the chair at all. Try about another 20 seconds on this one. Okay, and slowly bring that foot down. So changing legs, we always step towards that support, remember? So you've got the support on your left side now, and the leg we're going to be standing on or testing the balance is the left leg. So once again, slowly raising that foot up, chest high, looking forwards, and we'll go for another 60 seconds on this one. If you do get tired on this one, you can simply put the foot down, pause for a second, and when you're ready, pick that back up to the flamingo stance position. Quite important on this one to keep looking forwards. Sometimes there is a temptation to look down towards the ground. a tricky one, this one, but this one will progress well the more you repeat it. Okay, foot down, just have a little march and slowly step round. Okay, so our next exercise is going to be what we call tandem stance. This is also balance. Now this involves you balancing on both feet together at the same time, as if you're, say, balancing on a tightrope or something like that. So for this one, we take our outside leg in front of the inside leg. Remember, that inside leg is the one closest to the chair. Standing tall, chest high, just a very slight bend through the knees, not too much, keeping it soft. And then hold this position then, say 10 seconds, progress up to 30, and so on. And same as the flamingo stance. If you find it comfortable holding on with the chair, you can maybe progress to a couple of fingers on the chair, then maybe one, and then no contact at all. You're looking for equal pressure through both feet. Okay, just another 10 seconds on this one. Okay, so bring the feet side by side. And then, because we need to change direction and have our feet pointing in the opposite direction, we need to change and go to the opposite side, if you like. So slowly step round. Once again, standing tall. So this time it's the outside leg, which is my right, in front of the inside leg, which is my left, which is closest to the chair. And once again, standing tall, chest high, soft through the knees, and just hold this position. If you do feel unsteady on this one, just simply bring the feet side by side, and then when you're ready, go back into your tandem stance. Okay, so just try another 10 seconds or so on this one. Well done. Bringing the feet side by side, and just have a gentle march on the spot. So I'm now going to bring my chair back to the front. Hopefully in a position where you can see. And we're now going to concentrate on some lower limb strength exercises. So we've got 3 to complete here. We've got one for the calf muscles, then we've got some thigh exercises, and then we've got a big one at the end, which will help us with our function of, say, getting in and out of a chair, climbing the stairs, and so on. Okay, so our first strength exercise now is our calf raise or calf strength. So this one, we need to keep our feet hip width, standing tall, supported by the chair, and then for this one we have a gentle push up through the toes, and then relax. Just a very slight pause at the top between each repetition. So as you push up on this one, just push up through the first and the second toe. This one will help to strengthen up the muscles, the lower part of the leg. Helps with balance, helps with walk. So we'll try 3 more of these. Remember, if you feel this is quite comfortable, you can always repeat this a second time if you like. And have a gentle march on the spot. Good. So just to show you that exercise from the side, I'm going to slightly turn my chair around just a touch. Okay, standing tall, and it's a gentle push up through the toes. Pause and relax. Good. Okay, moving on to our second exercise then in the strength part of the class. This one now is called static quads. So for this one, come round to the front of the chair and then slowly walk backwards until you can feel that chair on the back of the legs, and then take a seat. So this one now will involve you straightening the legs out in front. Okay, also pulling the toes back just a little bit, but you do need to make sure that your bottom is firmly pressed into the back of the chair. So we'll try 5 repetitions per leg, and we will hold each repetition for 5 seconds. So this is our first one. So raising up that right foot, pulling the toes back. Okay, relax. Same again. Toes back. So this one you may feel it getting a little bit tighter through the thighs. You may also feel a little bit of a stretch along the back of the leg or behind the knee. Okay, relax. 3 more. I can certainly feel that one. Okay, 2 more. Okay, last one. Okay, good. And relax. So changing legs this time. Exactly the same. So up we go. Just pull the toes back. Remember, looking to hold it for around about 5 seconds or so. And relax. Good. Same again. Toes back. So 3 more to go on this one. Okay, 1 more to go. Take your time. Remember to pull those toes back. And relax. Good, well done. You may feel a little bit achy, so just have a little march on the spot. Okay, our final strength exercise is what we call sit to stand. Okay, this is a good functional exercise. Helps to develop strength through the legs, through the glutes or the bottom muscles, maybe through the tummy a little bit. Okay, so we'll go through the setup and the way we do it first of all, and then we'll go for about, say, 10 repetitions or so on. So we need to be sitting at the front third of the chair on this one. Feet hip width. Okay, and sitting at the front third of the chair in this way is what we call our start position or our work position. Now from here you may want to just slowly bring the feet under and then just have a gentle tip forwards so the nose is over the toes, and then from here it's a big push up through both legs, come up to standing, and just pedal the feet, slowly walking backwards just until you can feel that chair on the back of the legs, and then easy on the way down. So I will show you that one again now from the side. Okay, so sitting at the front third of the chair, as we just said. Bringing the feet in slightly, and then tipping forwards so the nose is over the toes, and then from here it's a big push up, standing tall, slowly walking backwards just until you can feel that chair on the back of the legs. Then you know it's safe to lower yourself back down to the chair. Good. So we'll try 10 of those. If you feel that 10 is a little bit too much, maybe aim for 5, and then gradually build it up as we go. So, start position. Feet hip width, bringing the feet in just a touch, leaning forwards, and a big push up. Just steady yourself at the top, have a little march, walking backwards, feel that chair, and slowly down. Okay, same again. Walk the hips forwards to the front third of the chair. Bring the feet in underneath, tipping forwards, and a big push up. Good. Slowly walking backwards. Feel that chair. Slowly down. Walking the hips forwards once again. Bringing the feet in underneath. Tipping forwards. Big push up. Have a little march. Slowly backwards. Feel that chair on the back of the legs, and then easy down. Try another 4 or 5 if you can. If you've already done enough, okay, have a little rest. Feet in underneath, tipping forwards, big push up through the legs. Making sure that chair is behind, easy down. So we'll just go with one more. So just to go through the process again, walking the hips forwards, okay, sitting tall, so we should be at the front third of the chair, bringing the feet underneath slightly or in towards the chair, tipping forward so the nose is over the toes, and then from here a good push up to standing. Have a little march, and then slowly walking back to the chair. Feel that chair on the back of the legs, and then slowly take a seat. Perfect. Well done.